Thank you very much for joining MIPRO Startup Seminar. My name is Hasegawa and I will be your host. We are delighted to have Mr. Ludovic Radin, the founder of Irasshai, as a guest speaker for today's seminar. He will be giving a lecture titled Turning Passion into Business in Japan. He's still thriving as a foreign entrepreneur. Before we begin the seminar, we would like to go over a few administrative points. We will have a Q&A session at the last part of the seminar. If you have any questions, please post them in the Q&A box located at the bottom of your screen. Please understand that due to time constraints, we may not be able to address all questions. After the lecture, we would appreciate your feedback. We will provide details about the questionnaire later at the end of this seminar. Now, please join us in welcoming our speaker, Mr. Ludovic Radin. Mr. Radin, you may begin your presentation.
Thank you very much. Hello and good afternoon. First, I would like to thank MIPRO for giving me this opportunity to do this seminar about entrepreneurship in Japan. And I will also thank you for joining during this Friday afternoon. So my name is Ludovic, and I'm from France. So I'm not an English native speaker. So I will do my best to be understood. So as I said, I'm from France. I'm from the suburb of Paris. And I've been in Japan since 2003. That means more than 20 years, in fact. So first I came as a French teacher and with a visa called a specialist in humanities. This is the classic visa when you're a teacher or engineer or when you're working for a company. So you have to renew that visa every time that the company renew your contract. So I came to Japan at first. I was 26. So to gain experience, because I was a new teacher, and to discover Japan, which I loved before. At first, I didn't have any plan to be an entrepreneur. Teacher was very fine for me. But step by step, as I stayed in Japan, my career evolved and I decided to follow different direction. I'm still teaching French right now, but I also created two entities, two websites. The first one is called Antique Tozai. So as it said, antique because I'm selling antique and vintage items from Japan, of course. Tozai, I choose Tozai because it means in Japanese East and West. The idea is to connect Eastern culture and Western culture together through art, through aesthetics, and through beauty. And I should say, call it a circular economy because it's a lot about recycling. And the second business is called Irasshai. Irasshai means welcome in Japanese. And this website is also about Japanese product, but products made by craft people all around Japan. So this is a website more about craftsmanship, lifestyle in Japan, and cultural value. I will talk about that later. But I would like to point out that my first experience as an entrepreneur was in 2010. And I co-founded a language school, a French school, with two other French persons. And we choose a structure named Godo Gaisha, and we explain why we choose that status. And we learn legal procedure, hiring people, operations. And in 2011, the Tohoku earthquake appeared, and this exchange for everyone, and also for me. So I changed the direction, and that's what I'm going to talk after. So in that seminar, sorry. I need to share you the PowerPoint. Sorry. With this seminar, I would like to answer the key questions. Sorry, the key question. First one is why I moved to Japan 20 years ago. Why a transition from employee to entrepreneur, why becoming an entrepreneur. How to overcome challenge when you start a business in Japan. How to develop a business in a very competitive and right now with a lot of changing in the global market. And finally, how to have some success in selling products online. It's about also culture, about trust, about data, and about growth. So let's begin at first with my journey here in Japan. So my background in professional evolution, had a degree in bachelor degree in 2002 in literature and history, and it seems a little bit far away from entrepreneurship, but in fact not at all, because what I'm saying, it's a lot about history and art, and strangely, but also about literature. In 2003, I had a degree in a master degree in education in the Sorbonne University. So I moved to Japan as a French teacher in Tokyo. I had a specialist in humanities visa, sponsored by the language school, which I was working for. The procedure was very smooth. I just had to go to the Japanese embassy in France. They provide me the visa, and I came to Japan like that. And every time I got a contract with the company, they renew my visa. And I moved to Osaka and come back to Tokyo for the French Cultural Center, became the manager there. It was a good experience also about management. So I would like to talk first about my first entrepreneurial experience in 2010. So with two other French teachers, we decided to create our own school because we wanted to challenge ourselves, to provide a new type of pedagogy or education. So at that time, I had a specialist in humanities visa. So to change that visa into a business manager visa, I had to pay at that time, I think it was 5 million yen. But right now, it's totally changed. So those information are obsolete right now. So I didn't change that visa. I kept my specialist humanities visa as an employee. So, but one of our colleagues was married to a Japanese person, so he became the owner of that company. And I was the shareholder, bring some assets to that company. So my status was still employee, but also shareholder of that company. So at first we had to create that company. So we hire a legal advisor. So she handled the procedure, legal procedure, all the documents to provide. She asked us to provide a location. But at that time, we don't have any place where to set up the company. So we went to a real estate and asked for a place to rent. And you can rent an apartment where you live, but also you can use it as a business. So it was very difficult because we also need the trust of the real estate in order to use this apartment as business address. So after 1 month, one owner agreed to let us use this place for business, but we had to pay 10 months in advance. So the rent was 30,000 yen, like San Juman. We had to pay 3 million yen at first just to have the place. And with that, we could follow the procedure, give an address, and then apply for the Godo Gaisha. Why a Godo Gaisha? Because the legal advisor said that in this kind of business, when you create with other people, when you share the capital, Godo Gaisha is the best the system. So we just provide the document and she asked, and she asked us to make seal anchor with her. I was not aware of that. So she said to us, please be careful, keep that very precious, very precious. So don't lose that. So I said, okay. So we started 2010, but after 1 year, the earthquake in Tohoku happened, and of course we had a problem because less people were coming. And also I wanted to maybe change a little bit. I need a change in my business or my life anyway. So I transit from employee to my own business as an entrepreneur. As I said, my passion was history, literature, art, and I was really enjoyed to go to a ryokan, to go to a temple in Japan, and I saw all those beautiful artifact items, furniture, etc. I said, why not turn into this passion into a business? So that's why I started to create my company called Antique Tozai. So that is my next slide. Entering the antique market. First, how to start a business when you have no experience and no network. I would like to tell you that if you want to sell antiques in Japan, you need a license and broken antique dealer license. For that, this is a procedure here. You go to the police station, they give you the document to fulfill. You bring your personal history, your certificate residence, certificate of family register, declaration of oath, proof of website. You have to pay Chiman Kusen yen, 19,000 yen. You wait for a month, and then you receive an ID card, like you become an antique dealer. It's not so hard to get. But it doesn't mean that you have access to the auction market, to the dealer market. For that, you need to create a network. But before talking about that, I wanted just to say that I created that company as a Kojin Jigyo, an individual business. Between 2010 and 2011, I got married. I got a spouse visa. And to create a company, I just have to go to the local tax office, asking for a document to create an individual business company. There is no capital required. I can use my own address, my private address. I don't need to create a business address. And I just need to declare my activities, of course. So it was very smooth and very kind of simple. I hire one employee for accounting, because that's very difficult for me, accounting. And I hire him more than 20 years a week. What I say that is because when you hire someone more than 20 hours a week, you have to pay for his local taxes, pension, and health insurance. I heard that those um, system change sometimes. So what I know is 20 hours per week. Less than 20 hours a week, you don't need to pay local insurance or health or pension. And also, I needed to, for my website, to ask a professional to help me to create the website development. So I outsourcing that. So I don't need to pay social charges, no pension and no health insurance, just a contract with him. So right now, I would like to talk about how to get information about the market, auction market. There's so many auction markets that we don't know when you are not a professional, all in Tokyo and outside Tokyo, in the countryside. How to do that? So at first, I went to antique shops in Tokyo, in Yoyogi, Uehara, in Roppongi, in antique market. Talk to people. I was very interested in tansu. Tansu is a Japanese furniture, traditional Japanese furniture. They had all kind of tansu. I think you know that. There's a kusuri tansu, the one for the medicine. There's a kaidan tansu, the one like a leather. There's so many tansu and so many history about that. I'm really, really passionate about that. This is a link with history, my study of history and art and literature. That is a link here. So I start to talk with them about tansu. They said it was a surprise to see a foreign person interested in tansu. Also talking about how to combine Japanese traditional aesthetics into Western home decoration, a link within them. And became friend with one of them. And he gave me one address for professional. It's in Gunma. So I went to Gunma. My first experience there was very interesting. Came to a huge room with so many people from mostly the Japanese, but also foreign people, a lot of Chinese people. And they sell all kind of things from antique to vintage. And it goes very fast. You have to decide to buy very quickly, and it's very challenging. So what you have to do, in fact, is to speak directly to the people. In Japanese, it's necessary, no English. Oh, in English, of course, if people speak English, but in Japanese, it's much better. And from that, you can create a relation of trust. It takes some time, but trust. You have to be trustable, showing that your interest, your desire to do something, and the desire to integrate in the business. Another challenging was logistics and shipping. When I started this company, this website, I had the chance to open a professional contract with FedEx. But I say a chance because if you don't do that, it's very expensive to ship anything abroad. At that time, it was already expensive. Right now, I will talk about that later, but it's much more. So I opened this professional contract with FedEx. was very, very useful. And also using EMS, post office, DHL. Flexibility is very important when you do this kind of business. You cannot be stuck to one system. You have to open your mind to different kind of procedure, of system. It's pretty complex, but it's very challenging, but it's necessary. So the key insight, as I said before, is business begins with trust. Trust in yourself, maybe, and making a trust all around you and create a relationship with time. You have to learn to study Japanese history, Buddhism, symbolism, aesthetic philosophy, all of this. You have to learn and learn. And step by step, you create your business. For the next slide, I would like to talk about how to export antiques all over the world. The conditions and the reality behind that. First, I want to say that it's a little bit complex and becoming more and more complex, for telling you the truth. As I said before, I opened a pro account with FedEx, and if you don't have a pro account with FedEx, it's very cheap, very expensive to ship abroad. For pro, is 80% less than the no professional cost. So can you imagine how it's important to have a pro account? And to have a pro account now with FedEx, when you're a very small company, is pretty challenging. So having a professional account with FedEx help you to find quick solution when you have problems, like when you make a mistake, when you have a wrong address, when the customer is not there, when you have to fulfill some document. FedEx is here to help you. Very important. A direct support from FedEx for anything. And of course, you also have to use other shipping companies such as EMS or DHL. Why? Because sometimes in some countries, it's better to use post office, such as Australia, for example, because it's much cheaper, even if it's not professional, to ship to Australia via EMS than to have a pro account in FedEx, because Australia is so huge. Sometimes customers live in the middle of nowhere, so it's very expensive. So shipping, pretty challenging, and more now with what's happening in the world. In some countries, it's impossible to ship. Oh, China, of course, Mexico, impossible, for just because of the organization of the country. I don't know why. Anyway, next is taxes and custom, which is also a very complex and difficult theme. For example, yesterday, the French government, the French government start to put a new tax on the small package value less than 150 euro. Before, under 150 euro, there was no custom tax. You have to pay the VAT, the construction tax, but for a package less than 150 euro, you don't have to pay custom tax. So the French government and EU decided to stop that because of what's happening in China with the sale of a lot of small package from China, Temu, and I think you know those companies, and then Europe said, stop, we stop that. So now we have to pay €3 for each package. So every time things change like that. And I'm not talking about Trump administration. Sorry to talk about that. The trade policy, import taxes change all the time. Even FedEx told me that they don't really know what's going on now, to tell you how complex it is. So what should I do? I found a solution. We offer free shipping and free taxes to all customers. They don't have to worry about custom tax, custom VAT, or shipping cost. When you buy something on my website, the price they pay on the website, that's it. Every extra, if there is any extra, I will guarantee I will pay. So that why I did that was because of the last year with the tax from America, the 20% from Donald Trump. So we said like, okay, we cannot do 20% only for America and for the, no, it's impossible. So we increase the price, but it's going to be free shipping, free custom. So customer in America pay the tax indirectly. So the export process is like that. Order confirmation on the website. I have to fulfill the document for FedEx or for DHL and DMS. Sometimes now it's really changing because of the new policy, and sometimes you receive document for wood species, iron composition, stuff like that. It's pretty new. It's pretty new. Before it was not like that, but since this year, some documents like that. It's not difficult. FedEx helps you. So FedEx delivery company comes to my place, gives the package, they send it to abroad and deliver to the customer. If there is nothing to pay, I have to pay. That gives a peace of mind to a customer, which is very important. To create a trust between the website and the customer, because also it's about trust. And we take care of the complex part and the customer satisfaction. So you see, passion. I connected my passion for Japanese history, Japanese culture, heritage, to make it connected to Western, or not Western, but outside the world. Next slide is about my other website, which is called Irasshai. So you're gonna ask yourself why he's gonna open a new website. He likes to work, so he has no hobby. He's just working. No, because when you sell an antique product, it's a unique item. So you have to make the page, the photo, the price, everything just for one item. So it's of course it's a good business, but it's difficult for the stockage, for the organization, the process of the company. So my idea is to sell craft products from all over Japan, like ceramic, like chawan for the tea, ceramic, wood product for bathroom, for the kitchen, like sushi plate, made of everything is craft, natural material, and of course tatami. And I started with tatami. Why tatami? Because I love tatami, especially in summertime, and it's pretty hot, but you can open your window and you have this fresh wind and lie on the tatami. It's wonderful. So I started to do some research about those products. And as I see on the slide here, you develop a more scalable model from unique antiques product versus a standard product. So you can stock the product, one page one photo for all the stock that you have. That's very convenient and much more smooth in your business. It's like an industrial website business, craft business. So how to get to the market? You attend exhibitions. You go to Tokyo Big Sight. You meet the craft maker. You go to their place. You go to Kyushu, to Shikoku. You go to Mie to see the wood maker. You go to Fukushima to see also the craft maker. You talk to them. You talk to people, and step by step, trust come again, relationship create with those people, and they are interested in what you do. They're very surprised that you're selling their product in a foreign country. They want to know more about that, etc. And all of this is communication, and all of this is great for your business. You analyze a competitor. We see what you do. They're so on the internet. It's a world of competition. So you analyze that. And you do some market research to see, especially on a big website like Amazon or Rakuten, for example. They sell tatami and on Amazon. But what kind of tatami? What is the quality? What's the storytelling? Everything. So you study that. So building a trust with makers takes some time. And for how can I say, to strengthen, to make it stronger, this relation, one thing very important is to pay on time, not be late. In France, can be late, but in Japan, don't be late. Pay on time. It's kind of obvious, but it's very important. Pay on time, you create the trust, and this is essential in Japan or anywhere, but especially here. So key insight, building a sustainable business requires both understanding the culture and operational structure. So it is a part of passion, the cultural passion, the passion for Japan, and also the study of the operational data structure. So I will stop from here now, and let's have a break. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Radin. We'll now take a short break for about 5 minutes. So the time will be, the seminar will resume at 2:38. 2:38. So see you later.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. Let us begin the second session of our seminar. Mr. Radin, you may restart your presentation.
Thank you so much, Sewa. So thank you for coming back to me. Now the second part is going to be a little bit more technical. I'm going to talk about how to sell the products on the internet. And for that, I have to explain about the SEO. What is SEO marketing? So let's use the definition. SEO, search engine optimization, the process of optimizing your website and content so that the right people find your products organically on search engines. So definition is not so easy to get maybe. So let me use a parable, an image. let's say that the website, the internet is an ocean, a huge ocean. In that ocean, under the sea, there is a lot of kind of fish. And fish is a customer. And on the water, there is a many kind of boat. A huge tanker, the huge boat, who get easily all kind of fish they want. They just throw their net, fish net, and throw the food, all kind of fish they catch, and they don't really care if it's good or not. So huge. Those boats are Amazon and or Rakuten, for example. So huge that you cannot, almost impossible to fight against them. And around those boats, there is a smaller boat like mine. I start with a very tiny boat. And to make my boat stronger, to have a boat to go faster, like better speed, better quality of the boat, and to catch the right fish at the right time at the right place, you need different kind of tools. So those tools help us to sell your product, to make you known, and to sell your product. So all of this is part of the SEO marketing. SEO is a way to catch the fish in the ocean, if you want to make it clear. So I'm using 3 tools to catch fish in the ocean. The first one is called Google Trends. I think you know Google Trends, maybe. As it is written, it's a trend of what people are looking for on Google right now. And so maybe right now it could be the baseball or the soccer World Cup, maybe, with most research on the internet. So you identify trends and the evolution by region, language, time. You detect opportunities before, if possible, competitors, at the same time they're competitor. And you validate some product. So let me show you how it looks like. So this is Google Trends. And as you can see, you can type a word. I type tatami. As I said before, I like tatami. And let's choose worldwide. What's happening in worldwide? Let's choose 5 years. Tatami. The trend of tatami on Google. There is something interesting here. From 2004, let's say maybe even 2003 to 2006, is this amount here growing all over the world of tatami. Denmark, where? Which country? Sorry, which country? Denmark, Chile? Chile, why? Kuwait, why? Italy, Spain, European country, okay. And region, you see here? What kind of word doesn't make any idea? Sony, tatami, okay. Let's be a little bit more specific. Let's go to United States for 5 years. Wow, what's going on here in United States? Let's do for Hawaii, California. Oh, why? What's the word they're looking for? Tatami time. What is this? Very surprising. I'm gonna try another word, maybe natural flooring. That's tatami. Oh, same trend. Natural flooring. Why? Let's go to natural flooring. Natural luxury, America. Natural white oak flooring. All right. So you see, you can study and see what's going on, and trying to catch the trend. And what you can see is here, natural life-proof flooring, or luxury flooring, for example. Anyway, this is one tool you use to see how people, what kind of things they're looking for on Google, the trend. The other tool that I'm using is Google Analytics. So Google Analytics is how to make your boat fit for the fish. You want to grab some fish, but you don't know where they are. With Google Analytics, you can know which place, which time, which words, how long the people stay on your website. You analyze the user behavior, the fish behavior, because in my ocean, in that ocean, the fish have reason. They know what they want, but they also have passion. They are very attracted to maybe things that they like story of the maker or natural product, stuff like that. So you understand the customer profile, the interaction with the website. Let me show you how it looks like. So you're gonna say it looks like it's very difficult to get to understand, very technical. Acquisition means when they come, when the fish is around your boat, why they came around your boat. Engagement, they are eating, they are looking at your website, how long they stay on your page, and what they are looking for, and the page, and all kind of page, and etc. And monetization means the final. Do they buy the product? When? Why? How? And everything. So all of this looks very complex, but I will tell you how later how to use it when you are not a professional. Google Analytics, very powerful. Key benefits, you know who your customer are and how they behave on your website. I like Tatami. I love Tatami. It's an intuition. Oh, I have this intuition that I want to sell Tatami. But how do I know that people want to buy the Tatami? Google Analytics help me to understand that. Is it good product or forget about it? The other tool is Google Search Console. This is how Google find your website. When you type a word on Google, where your website goes. First page, second page, third page. Usually, in kind of website like me, you in words such as tatami, if you reach the first page and number 4 or 5, the first page is great. Because number 1 is going to be Amazon, number 2 is going to be Rakuten, etc., etc. Amazon is almost 30% of catching all the fish. Me, if I catch 2%, it's Christmas. It's beautiful. So Google Search Console, I show you how it looks like. So this is my website. And, oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay. So this is my website, Irasshai. Oh, you see, top queries, tatami, tatami rug, tofu more. That's what I looking. That's what I look what the people looking for on Google, and my website telling those keywords, those products. So it is a link between what the people are looking for on Google and how they find me on Google through those words. So you have to study all those words, the pages linked to that word, the countries. United States is number 1, number 2 is France, etc. All of this information is very powerful because you have to use those data to make it to put it into your website in order that your website become on the top list of Google. So go back to the slide. Google Search Console, also very powerful tool. Key benefits: improve your visibility and resolve issues that impact ranking. So, key insight: SEO allow you the transition from intuition, something that you like, a passion, me, it was a tatami, and make this product, this passion, into a structured market understanding through those tools, SEO tools. Without those tools, you will not sell anything on the internet. If you are not Amazon or Rakuten, if you just think that selling on internet is to put a photo and a text and wait for people to come, it's like if I tell you that you want to catch a fish, you're at the middle of the ocean and you have a very tiny raft, and you're trying to catch a fish with a fish line. It's impossible. So you need to understand how the SEO works. That's most important. I give you, next slide is example. Understanding a niche product. And I choose tatami. This tatami are not the tatami, the thin tatami that you can see in apartment. It's more like a carpet tatami. It's made of igusa grass, famous, very high quality grass in Japan. I think you know the smell. It's manufactured in Kyushu. So I ask my people around me, these people, so what do you think of tatami? Tatami, it's traditional. Makes me remember my memory of my grandfather's house. They say it's old and humid. I say, oh, really? It's not so good image. So does the tatami have an international market potential? Let's try. I went on Google Trends, as I told you, and I see there was a trend. More and more foreign people come to Japan. More and more foreign people have a knowledge of tatami, of natural flooring. But we don't have that in Europe or maybe America. So how SEO works in that situation? So you use Google Search Console to find the keywords. What words is it important to use for tatami? Could be tatami mat, could be tatami, could be natural mat, could be natural flooring, could be Japanese mat, any kind of words. And you try and you look at Google Search Console, how people behave. And you see that at first, the keyword, I'm talking just about this keyword, igusa tatami mat. You're thinking, like, who is looking for an igusa tatami mat on Google? 6,200 people in, I think was in few months. 1.8 means on 100, 1.8 click on the website. And average position means what position on Google? 22, maybe page 3, very bad. Step 2, understanding the user behavior. So I'm not satisfied with those data. So I go to Google Analytics. I understand how people behave, why they don't click enough, or why I'm in a bad position. Understand that Google Analytics is 60% Bounce rate means people don't really stay on my page, and because they stay 1 minute. And page session 1.6 means less than 2 pages. They click on one page, they don't really go to another page on my website. That's very sad. That's not good. I have to change that. The user don't engage deeply. Why? So now comes AI, comes generative AI, especially ChatGPT. And that, for me, was a revolution when ChatGPT was available for me, because I could ask ChatGPT to analyze all of those data that by myself, without ChatGPT, would be impossible to do. So ChatGPT and I would say generative AI changed the way I was doing business. So ChatGPT said to me, take action, optimize, improve content, create good guides about IGUSA and benefits, add comparison between natural tatami versus other mat, natural flooring, etc. Improve your page speed. Maybe your website is too slow. When customer look at your page and the photo is very slow to come, you go to another page, you go to another website, it's too slow, it's boring. You have to improve that. That's part also of the ECO. They call it the indoor SEO, SEO, sorry. And you add internal links to that. So all of this is AI analyzed from Google Search Analytics and Google Search Console. Result, after a few months, everything is up. Impression, STR means less than 5 people on 100. It's a lot. It's a lot. Average is 2%. Average position, I became 8 after 1 year, and I've been here now 3 years, so I'm much better now. Sometimes you can find me on the first page. That was 2 years ago. Organic session and conversion means people buy on the website. Huge increase. So the problem is that if you have a good product, of course, people will look at your page. So if you look at competitor look at you too. So that's how it's difficult, because you have to manage that situation. Anyway, key insight: by combining what people search and how they behave, you validate the demand, understand intent, and unlock the true potential of a niche product. It's a niche product. It sounds very difficult to sell, but if you have those knowledge, I guarantee you can do it. So let's go to the final slide. The diagnosis and strategy of Irasshai. I'm talking about Irasshai. Current situation is my website has strong Japanese niche products. They are very specific, like tatami, ceramic, sushi wood plate, etc. So niche product. You need to have a solid SEO presence. You need to work a lot on your organic SEO. Means you have to work on your boat to catch the fish. And the limit, I won't go too deep, but you are too dependent on organic search. Means you are too dependent on Google. I would say that I'm working for Google. Google is my boss. I have to follow what Google wants me to do. And if Google change algorithm, if Google change the process, I have to know that and I have to follow it. So this is very difficult, because you don't know always what's happening on Google. So the core problem is, you see, I am too dependent on SEO. I have to be more reliable maybe on real shop to sell my tatami in a real shop, for example, in France or in Europe or in America, whatever. I have also to diversify my channel on YouTube, social media, and etc. But social media, there is a debate, and I'm not so sure it's good, but that's a debate. Insight from SEO data, Google Search Console. This is tatami mat, igusa mat, Japanese flooring, which were the main keywords for potential selling of tatami, and Google Analytics, how to people engage. So I can say that from a niche product, if you have a good SEO techniques, if you improve your page, if you improve your trust with customer via the shipping and the custom tax, if you increase the quality of your website, if you increase the SNS, Pinterest, etc., and mail marketing, that's key for success. So from a niche business to a scalable premium brand means you can start from the tatami, an impression, a feeling, to a scalable premium brand by using all those tools and strategy. I want to now move to the conclusion. Final conclusion. I would like to say that you can start a business without any networking, without network or experience. You have to trust yourself. You have to do a lot of study, and you learn. You learn by doing. You learn by studying, doing. You build trust. Takes time, but it's very important. You have to be trustable. What you say, when you engage in something, you do it. You have to understand the use of data, and you have to adapt to the operational structure that's changing now a lot. In Japan, success for me is cultural understanding, learn the language, trust. I repeat that, the trust is the most important maybe. Data-driven decision and operational discipline. I would also to tell you that we have now access to very powerful tools, AI, data analysis, and digital technologies that a few years ago, it was impossible to do what I'm doing now. What will be impossible. But with the use of AI and the use of digital technologies, you can. Those tools allow you to go further. And AI or technologies don't replace human, but for me, I think it helps human creativity, and it helps to reveal the value of craftsmanship. The craftsmanship in Japan or all over the world can be spread through the use of technology. From intuition to insight to scalable growth. So thank you. I will stop here. Well, thank you for listening to me, and thank you for MIPRO.
Thank you, Mr. Radin. Thank you, Mr. Radin. Now we would like to open our floor for Q&A. If you have any questions, please post them in Q&A box located at the bottom of your screen. Since some questions we have, Mr. Radin, can you take care of some questions Q&A box down there? Thank you.
Okay. So should I reply directly like that?
Yes.
So
You can answer the questions. Please
verbally.
go each by one by one.
So should I read the question or is it necessary? Mr. Tanaka?
Yeah, please, if you can, please once read the questions and then answer the questions mentioned in Q&A box.
Okay. So I have one question from Mr. Tanaka. Nowadays, interest in Japanese culture is growing worldwide. Do you feel that competition in your business has increased? I'm considering exporting unique Japanese food. Do you think that there is still an opportunity to enter this market? So, the interest in Japanese culture is growing more and more. A lot of people now from all over the world come to Japan and discover the Japanese culture, very interested in it, and I think it will continue. I hope it will continue like that. And of course, the competition is increasing, but the competition doesn't mean that it's a problem. I think, on the contrary, competition helps you to improve your business. About food, it's a little more complex because of the export custom law. And but if you, I think, go to some agency like Jitro or MIPRO, I don't know, but they can help you in that. But there is opportunity for that business. That's pretty sure. The second one is this is Julie Bow. How do you operate the stocks? Do you buy it in bulk and sell it, or wait for an order to buy it and send it? No, I have a stock. So that's a good question because I mean, for Irasshai, of course. I think Tozai I need the stock. I need the product. But for Irasshai, it depends. For example, the tatami, I can externalize the sale of tatami. I don't need to have to tatami at home. I can externalize it through, because if you have relation with the maker, you can create that relation, and you can an order is my website is connected to his shop, so they get the news when they have an order. So depend of the product. So for Tozai, I need a stock, of course, it's a unique product, but for Irasshai, it really depends of what you have. Let's give another example, the ceramic. Ceramic, you need to have a stock because it's handmade ceramic. It's not one unique pieces. It's like a industrial ceramic, but it doesn't mean it's like 1,000. It's like maybe 20 or 100. So if one ceramic is very popular, you need to have all the stock and to keep it for you. So it really depends of your product. But if you want to externalize everything, is also possible. I hope I understand reply this question. Thank you, Mr. Xia Xuzan. Thank you. May I ask for the beginning, who has been designing and maintaining your website by yourself or by professionals? So at first, I asked a friend to tell me how to build this website. So he taking care of the internal structure, the SEO inside. It's part of technical because you have to write to work on the HTML code language. So I don't have time to do that. So I pay for him. I pay him to do that. And for the outside means the picture and the text, the description, all part of the Google Search Console, the use of those tools, that's by myself. But of course, we work together. But yeah, I need help from someone, a professional. So you need a professional to help you to create a really good website. I'm not talking about the design. I'm talking about how fast it goes, because most people now using their phone to look at website. And if your website is slow, if picture takes more than 3 seconds, people skip. They go to another website. So when they click on your website, picture has to appear immediately. And to do that, you need a professional, you need someone who knows what to do. I hope I can reply. Mr. Anthony Cochran, how much do you rely on paid advertising for SNS or Google to promote your website? So I tried Google Ads, and it didn't work because I understood that to really make Google Ads works, you need to invest a lot of money. I was just spending $100 every month trying to promote my product, but I was a competitor. I'm talking about competitor was like Amazon, and it's huge, the giant boat. And to be competitive on this, you need to invest. I should say more than $1,000, $2,000 amounts minimum. So I stopped Google Ads, and anyway, I was still selling the same value, so same amount. So it didn't really change anything. SNS, that's a good question. It really depends of what your public. The craft product, Instagram is good, but Facebook not really, and TikTok not really, Twitter not really, but Instagram, yeah, but it's also the same. Like the people go like skip very quickly the image, and that's for me, because I'm selling a product that give a storytelling of time, taking your time, relaxing onto tatami, or things like that. So it's a video, maybe it could be like 5 seconds or 10 seconds. So maybe YouTube could be better. But I think LinkedIn, it's much better for me, for my business, because I can talk directly to professional if I want to do B2B, for example. Mr. Tanaka, thank you, Mr. Tanaka. John Cominos, across your journey in e-commerce with Irasshai, how effective was storytelling in unique website consumer interaction at driving engagement at sales? Example, when you iterated on design engagement, how did you compare to say identify niche opportunities? What value will you put on design interaction? I think it's design interaction maybe. Interaction. The most important for a website is a repeater. So you have to make people come back to your website. So you have to create a direct relation, a personal relation with the customer. When they buy something, you send a message to a private message. You make your package. Inside your package, maybe it is a small gift with a customer name, and say thank you to him directly, very personal. It's not like Amazon. You get your package, you don't like, you send back. No. Irasshai is a personal relation, and so storytelling is also about mail marketing. You send mail marketing in a specific interest. You have analyzed their interest. If I look at Irasshai, could be, for example, the onsen, because people like onsen in Japan. So you talk about the relation, the benefits of onsen, the use of baths at home, the use of relaxation, stuff like that. So there is an interaction created on Japanese culture through direct communication to the customer. So it should be a direct interaction, make it personal. I hope I am reply to that question. Mr. Mohammed Ghazali, will help to similar business model or application? Yeah, but help depend of kind of help, yeah, because it's pretty takes some time, but sure. Will you help to build similar? Yeah, Mr. Chen Ruling, The new business visa requirement, startup capital business management, has changed tremendously. Is there any other option for single non-experienced entrepreneur to start business in Japan? I'm gonna say no, Mr. Chen ruling. If the only solution is to have that visa management or to get married, but I think no, you need this visa. Thank you, Anthony Cochrane. Thank you. Mr. Tozai, thank you for answering my first question. That was helpful for starting small export business selling small items. Do you recommend building your own website or opening an account on Amazon or eBay? I recommend both. It really depends of what you want to sell. I will give you an example. Tetsubin. Tetsubin is a teapot, Japanese handmade teapot. On Amazon, if you click on Amazon, you will click Japanese teapot, Tetsubin. It's thousands of them. The competition on Amazon is huge. And it means competition for me too, because I'm also in competition with Amazon. I try anyway. But those Tetsubin are very cheap on Amazon. It's like $10. Me, the Tetsubin, the teapot I sell is $200. So how they will buy my $200 teapot compared to $10 on Amazon? Why? Because I have to create a relation of trust and a story to make people understand that this teapot is made in Iwate by craft people in Iwate, by a family in Iwate. It's not a fake teapot, because if it's $200, it's fake. It's not true. So you have to create that style, that storytelling. So if you want to sell on huge amount and you don't really care about this storytelling like me, Amazon is great. You know, I have a friend who sell pocket anime, forget Pocket Monster, whatever, on internet, on Amazon, or they sell the suite on Amazon. It works a lot, yeah. But craft, there is a story there. So you have to promote that story, a feeling. Mr. Mohammed, which is your main market, Japan or overseas? Overseas, Mr. Mohammed, is overseas. Julie Bo, have you ever used Google search, Google user-generated content or influencer to your product? Yeah, I tried. Influencer tried to call me, but I think the good one is too expensive for me. I had one person in England, and she's asking for. I'm also seeing bamboo steamer. There was on Instagram. There was an influencer from UK. She was a cook. She asked me to send a bamboo steamer. I sent the bamboo steamer, and that was a good relation. Just send a bamboo steamer, and she did some posts, but she just did 2 posts. So it was expected a little bit more, but to be real effective in that market, it's also very expensive, and also a lot of people lying on their profile that they have a lot of follower, like 200,000 follower, but when you look at their post, it's like 20 like. It doesn't make any sense. So their last post is 2 years ago. So it's very difficult to work with those people. For me. Mr. Chin, thank you. All right, that's the last message.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Radin. So anybody have more questions? It's a very good opportunity to ask Mr. Radin a question. So please don't hesitate. All right, it seems everybody is satisfied. And thank you all for asking a lot of questions. And thank you, Mr. Radin. We'd like to close today's seminar. Thank you very much. And
thank you. Thank you very much.
And thank you for attending today's seminar. We hope you have found the session both informative and engaging. Please join us in expressing our sincere appreciation for Mr. Radin. Our next startup seminar is scheduled on July 10th. We are honored to have Mr. Yuki Ishizaki of Japan Finance Corporation as a guest speaker. He will guide us through financing when starting business. The lecture will be delivered in English. We will share more details as soon as they are finalized. As mentioned at the beginning, we would greatly appreciate your feedback to help us improve future seminars. After you leave the Zoom room, please click Continue and go on to the questionnaire form. Please take a moment to fill out and send it to us. We will send the access link for today's presentation only to those who answered our questionnaire. Once again, thank you for your participation. We look forward to seeing you again at the next seminar.